A lot. There's a lot of failures. In fact, it was a roller coaster. How do I say it? Rising from a massive failure is not easy, especially if you're at home. The network made me survive the toughest times of my life. You will never be enough.
Thank you so much for being here, Rosh. I'm so excited that you're here and I'm really honored. So, can you tell us something about you, where you're from, and what you do for a living?
Well, I'm from the province of Bataan, and I started in the online industry in 2013. I started as a virtual assistant offering social media management and content writing. I used to be a blogger, and then I transitioned to becoming a digital course developer and trainer. So right now I'm also doing business development consultancy to clients here and abroad.
Okay. Well, what made you decide to work from home?
It's my daughter at that time. She's only 2 years old, and I'm breastfeeding. I
Mhm.
so wanted to take care of her and not go back to the office, but I have to earn, so we don't have any choice. But then that me looking for an opportunity, wishing for an opportunity at home, led me to this online industry, and it's never been better ever since.
That is so true. Today or after pandemic, work from home become a thing, right? And there are no like global limitations now. It's like everything is limitless, good or bad, right? um if you're gonna start working from home like from scratch, you're gonna start doing it again now, what are the steps that you will take to move forward?
I would have taken, if I have the money, the budget when I was starting, I would have taken a coach or a course because during my first year, I'm not yet training formally. So I was just trying to research, learn things on my own. And it's very, very difficult, especially at that time. There are no or lesser coaches here in the Philippines. So my first coaches were in the US. So that's the very first thing that I would do, given the chance to do it all over again.
Mhm. Have you ever experienced any failure with your work from home life, and how are you able to break through?
A lot. There's a lot of failures. In fact, it was a roller coaster for the past, 9. I'm on my ninth year already since I started as an online entrepreneur back in 2013. And how do I say it? Rising from a massive failure is not easy, especially if you're at home. Um, Good thing I have friends, I have family support, and I never stop learning. So those are the things that help me, get back on my feet. There are also client referrals, friend referrals. The network made me survive the toughest times of my life. My friends, family, and my network.
Mhm. I remember when I think it was 2014 because we started 2013, right?
Yes.
And around 2014, I think you mentioned that you're going to start teaching. And so I was like one of those people that keeps pestering you. I was like, Rosh, can we like go on video call? Can you still remember that?
Actually, very faintly. I can't remember how many times we got on the call, but when I was reviewing our chat, we did,
Mhm.
talk a lot and
Yeah.
discussed all about the digital trainings. And I started doing it immediately a year after I started. So it was
Mhm.
2013 when I started as a VA, and then 2014 I immediately created YouTube training videos, free YouTube training videos, in the hopes of sharing the opportunity that I found, because
Mhm.
I thought at that time, if I make a video, a free video, everybody would just watch it and they would learn it. But that's not what happened,
Mm.
because it turns out I learned in the process that if they don't know you, they will not listen to you. So I learned it the hard way.
Mhm. That is so true. And, one of the things back then, work from home is not a thing. When you say you're working from home, they initially thought like you're a tambay or something or a scam, right? That's what they
You're
thought.
talking to foreigners asking money.
Yeah. So many, so many names back then. And one of the things that I can remember is that the neighbors will say, "Oh, she's working from home. Are you sure that that's legit?" Or something like that. They're
Yes.
thinking that it's some kind of porn or something like that. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. I can still remember. But
Yeah.
in your opinion, what's the most important personality trait someone would need in this type of industry?
Resiliency.
Mhm.
They we all have to be resilient, because when you're starting in any kind of business or in an online endeavor, especially if you don't know what to do yet, if you haven't taken any formal education, any any courses, online courses whatsoever, you have to be resilient, because you will receive a lot of rejections, tons of them.
Mhm.
And then if your heart is not brave enough, you will stop right before you hit the jackpot. So you
Mhm.
have to be very resilient.
That is, I agree with that 100%. Because throughout the years of becoming a virtual assistant, a freelancer, and an agency owner, I've acquired this skill or trait that whenever someone or a client rejects me, it fuels me more. Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of turning negativity into positivity now. So, okay. Well, what was the biggest failure that, oh, you've already answered this. Do you have any application that you use that is very crucial to your business?
I started with Google Documents,
Mhm.
Google Drive. Of course, I can't live without that. And then my second favorite is Canva. Canva made me graduate from Google Slides and PowerPoint.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I'm a little bit off with Canva is because it doesn't allow you to download the PowerPoint presentation itself. It has to be presented on the site, right? Or maybe there's some
Oh no, it is. It
uh,
you can download it
really?
as a, yes. However, when you download it as a PowerPoint, you have to adjust a bit, because some of the designs might not be compatible with PowerPoint. So what I normally do is I download it as a PDF and
Mm,
re-upload it, or take screenshots, transfer it to Google Slides. Worst comes to worst, I still have the nicest design. If ever that Canva, sometimes if your internet is very slow,
mhm,
Canva will really not respond. So at least worst comes to worst, you still have the PowerPoint presentation with you via
mhm.
Google Slides.
Okay. Okay. Now, thank you for that information, Rosh. Okay.
Welcome.
Okay. If given a chance, would you rather go back to the office or would you still work from home?
No, for every interview, they
Mhm.
ask me that question, and I always say
Really?
no. Yeah,
Oh my
even if
gosh.
even if they will raise my pay or no, it's really very fulfilling,
Mhm.
very liberating when you're working from home. In fact, it's not just working from home, you're technically working everywhere. You can work at the
Yes.
cafe while you're on vacation or wherever. So the kind of flexibility that this kind of lifestyle, this kind of business gave me is cannot be measured
Mhm.
by money. So it cannot be bought by how much pay they will give me.
That is so true. And if you're going to compare the pay in US and here, of course, what salary will we choose, right? Of
Of
course we'll
course.
yeah. Okay. Any piece of advice that you'd want to share with the work from home nation?
It's not easy if you're going to start from scratch, but if you are really willing to learn and earn dollars from home or from everywhere. All you got to do is to keep on learning new skills and apply them as soon as possible. Because if you just keep on learning and never apply that, because
Mhm.
there are people who just loves learning, they take one course after the other, and then 2 years after they're still taking courses because they're so afraid to look for a client and apply what they learned because they thought that what they learned is not enough.
Mhm.
I mean, you know what I mean? You will never be enough. You will never be enough if you will think about that. You would
Yes.
have to try it with the smallest skill that you have and give it a try, because once you're there, you will grow immediately. You will, in fact, grow more once you're applying what you've learned rather than take courses, one course after the other. Think of it as like you're learning while they're paying you.
Mhm.
Just don't ever overpromise. Don't tell the client that you are very proficient at a certain software if you're not. Tell them you know or you're familiar with it and you're willing to learn more if you know they're gonna be, if you don't know, or if there are things that you don't know about that particular tool or not. So what you need to do is just focus on one or two skill first and then go ahead and apply. Send as many resumes or as many applications as you can. Don't concentrate on job bidding sites alone or on agency sites alone. There's LinkedIn, there's Facebook groups, there's a lot of opportunity out there that you can find. Just go ahead and grab them.
Mhm. That is so true. I remember one of the masters from the mastermind group that I'm in. He said, "Idea is good, but execution is everything." So I would just like to relate that with what he said.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Mhm.
Because if you're always scared to try new things, it will just hinder your growth. It will it how do I say it? Your only enemy is yourself.
Mhm.
So if you think very little of yourself, then other people will do the same thing.
Mhm.
So if you think that you can't, then you can't. So
Yes.
just change your mindset. If you think that you can, then surely you will.
Mhm. Whatever you think, you already are, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, do you have anything that you would want to promote, and where can we find you online?
Oh, just go to rochefel.com. They will see my website. I also, if you want to book a call, you can just go to rochefel.com/calendar and you can book a call with me if you want to ask questions, or if you have, some business development concerns. Just go ahead to my website and check out my calendar. I am planning on launching my business development program. It's a 90-day program, because I will be in an online international virtual assistance convention by Friday. So there will
Wow.
be, yes, there will be an international virtual assistance convention that will be held. Of course, it's online. So I'll be speaking there and I will be launching the
Oh.
program there. So I hope you guys should check it out.
Oh my gosh. This will be released in late June or early
Ah, that's so
July.
bad.
Yeah, but if you want, I can definitely broadcast that to my group so that we can share it.
Thank
Send me your link and I will definitely, I'm going to attend too.
thank you. Thank you. I'll send you the link.
Okay. Well, do you have anyone in mind that works from home or just anywhere that you think would be valuable to this podcast, that you know can share their journey and struggles and wins to the work from home nation?
Everybody in FOPSCO, especially the core group, the trainers, and the trainers, the core group, the officers in FOPSCO, most of them are successful,
Mhm.
and have been in the online industry for quite a while. And who else? I also, yeah, I think most of my FOPSCO friends can benefit from this program, and they can, be very valuable in
Mhm.
sharing their stories.
Okay, I would definitely want to meet them. Thank you. Anything else that you want to share?
Um, I said earlier that don't be afraid, right? And I said you'll never be enough unless you give it a try. So
Mhm.
just go ahead and give it a try.
Wow. Amazing words from an amazing woman. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rosh, for being here on the show. I've always respected you ever since the world began, ever since we started here on this journey. So thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you're here. And to all the listeners right now, to the FOPSCO members, and to Work From Home Nation, I hope that you learned something today. And there are a lot of words of wisdoms from Rosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like what I always say, be kind, be humble, but you can always be a badass. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. I like that.